Good afternoon, friend.
Yes, Puyo tutorials. Yeah.
Yay! Yay! I'm finally doing the thing! The thing
Oh,
that we
I've been
needed to
waiting for this day for
do!
years.
Yeah, I know, me too. And also everyone who's been like waiting for the tutorials for actually years. Oh my gosh, how long ago was it? Let's check.
500.
How long was my last video tutorial? Where's the search? I thought it's here.
Think of your playlists.
Oh yeah, that's not a bad idea. No. Oh. Where are the tutorials?
Oh, 2022?
Oh golly. Yeah, it's been 3
No,
years.
it
I,
can't have been that
I'm
long.
gonna lose my mind. I'm sorry, everyone. I took so long. It's okay, we're finally making changes.
Oh, hey, still the future.
Heck yeah. 433.
Oh,
Yeah. Sorry.
yikes.
Sorry, guys. This is the classic, like, guy who, like, makes really good stuff, but then, like, never continues the series.
Disappears.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's
Anyway,
peak.
it's time to actually hire a killer. I thought this series was dead. I just said yesterday that it wasn't dead. Oh my gosh. Okay, no, actually, and we actually made like a good amount of progress when I was doing this earlier this year. I just, yeah, we
Yeah.
need to actually pick up on it. So I need to figure out what I talked about. Um, we talk about why we're doing sandwich in the first place. We're sandwiching. Lock the 2 blues on the bottom. The blue is the key Puyo. We need to add 1 more blue. We need to add greens. Yep, yes, he's sandwiched. Show the 2 chain, add to it sequentially. Okay, that, yep, yep, yep. And then the build process. Okay. Okay. Let's see. 1-1-2 sandwich. Okay. Okay. Okay, great.
Stream up.
Hmm?
Guess I'll get to the stream up.
Oh yes, you can do that.
I we had a really late night, and I was like, oh, I'm not gonna wake up early, and I did.
Oh, yo. Are you tired
And I'm
there?
like, like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Uh-huh.
I mean, yeah. So I like slept in for a couple
Okay,
hours.
I see, I see. That's
But
fair
I'm
enough.
hoping we don't do that again because I don't want to run my sleep schedule. So it's been. I mean, recently I've been waking up at like 5, so you know, getting a
Oh,
bit of a sleep in's nice.
yeah, that's, yep, definitely an improvement.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, so this is when I actually make add the video thingies and the commentary. Great. Okay. Okay, yep. Examples. Yes. I still think this is such like a cool way to like show how you go between the 2 forms. Even I
they should
realize my
make it
writing is
useful.
fire.
That's the one thing that confuses me is that you can go between. This is. I need you to finish it so I can learn sandwich. Properly.
Yeah, yeah.
Because isn't sandwich better than stairs because it's more versatile?
Exactly. You can build it like this or like this, and then you can
It
go
dep-
between them with this.
So you're not doing, hey, I learned stairs. Okay, time to build stairs. Oh, I have to put everything off to the side because I don't know how to use it.
Exactly. And then there's the same. And then do that.
Wow.
Okay, talking about
Is
why
this how
this
you learn
works.
L shape as well?
A little bit. There are lots of L's here. Okay.
I don't know why I ever stopped playing this game. It's so much fun.
Which game?
Fire Emblem.
Distracted by other thing. Forget it was so good. Come back to it. Yo. Good
Yeah.
times.
I played the one on Switch.
Mm-hmm.
Like Three Houses. I tried because like I borrowed like my friend's copy because she said it was really good. I tried really, really, really hard. Could not get into it because it has like a life sim section.
I see, I see.
I couldn't. It just didn't gel with me. I thought it was really boring.
Right, I understand.
But the one on the GBA is really nice.
Yeah.
It also helps that it like this sounds strange, but it looks really good.
I mean, yeah, like GBA is top. Is where like they really nailed a lot of like the graphics for.
It's like
pixel arting.
Yeah, like the pixel art is so good.
Yeah. Just makes sense.
Which is strange because everything, like all the units are like really tiny sprites. But like, I don't know. It's like Void Stranger. I think the sprite work for Void Stranger is really good.
Yeah,
it's that sort of style.
I agree. That makes sense to me. Okay, gotcha.
And the animations are really clean. I have to show you sometime. Because,
nice.
Oh my god, like it's really satisfying.
That sounds good. Okay.
Maybe Worry Face. I'll get you to play it one day.
Yeah, I mean, like, that also feels like something that I should do. Smiles. Yeah, I updated my stream schedule thingy a bit more, so at some point I'll add. Oh well, no, barely anything. I added the events and then just said that there was an update because otherwise no one's going to check the channel, right? Like, how else are you going to know?
True.
Okay, let's see. So let's take a step back, actually think about why this construction works. Moving the key sandwich here. So for moving the blocking queue into the other middle row. Okay, alright. Here we go. Oh, Jiva, thank you. Appreciate it. I'll do my best. I've been using consistent color decisions. No, doesn't matter. Yeah, okay, that's fine.
When we make a Fever tutorial?
Are you kidding me?
It would be fun!
You should check the planning document where I put it all the way down here, that I will.
Oh, really?
Somewhere here. Yeah.
Ooh, PVT? Oh!
Yeah, I feel like that would be cool, even if it's past our time, but I don't know. I feel like PvT will persist for a long time, because mixed versus exists. So, sure.
Mixed versus is fun as well, so...
Exactly, so why not? You have 2 on 1 sandwich, already established. Yes, and... That is. Hold on. Established. Goes in. Green, blue, yellow. That. And choose this form. Symmetry, then this blocking color goes in row 3. From left to right. From right to left, I think it's fine to read it backwards. We have green, blue, yellow. Screen cap this.
Whoa.
Thank you, Nate. Appreciate it. Okay, from right to left we have green, blue, then yellow. Thanks, Windows notification.
Got it.
It always takes like a few seconds. I honestly don't know why. It's like, okay. Okay. Let's try messing with what we and instead of changing in row 3, and Y2. Shifting these pieces down by 1. Hmm. What's this? Okay.
Sometimes the AI in this game completely demolishes me, and then other times it's like, I'm gonna attack you even though I deal no damage to you. Like, what? Do you? It shows you. It tells you before you go.
Actually, this is too much at once. I just need to focus on the 2 chain. There we go. Maybe it's just slow on the first one. In this case, that's left. It's green, and then the blue. If you replace it. Okay, so all we're doing is we're moving this down by 1. Because we need a thing to do this. We should the shape of the chain is different because it is connected. The only actual difference is the fact that sandwiched. The height of the sandwich. Okay. I think that's what I was trying to say. That essentially... I mean, does this make sense to you?
What?
Okay. So I'm going, oh, here's how you can learn the fact that you go from this thing, well, this thing to like this thing, and you're confused.
so
You have no idea how this works, right? I mean, you do, but also like it's weird because it doesn't look like sandwich normal. It looks like L shapes. Alright, so the way I'm trying to explain it is that usually here's how you do 2-on-1 sandwich. Here's the blue Puyo. Here's the sandwiched Puyo, right?
Yep.
And all we're doing is that we're going to place the sandwich Puyo in row 2 instead of row 3. So I want to put it down here, right? So instead of there, it's going here. And then we just have to fill in the green that we missed.
Oh.
And that's how we generate the L. But it just like happens to look like an L. But you don't have to build an L. All you're doing is you're changing what this Puyo is, and then the rest like falls into place.
Okay, what you can say, you're swapping the green and the blue.
Yes.
Around.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Or in other words, we're simply swapping the middle blue Puyos.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Great.
I don't know that's how it works because okay, I guess it's strange if you're working, like front to back, but if you're working forwards, but if you're working backwards from it, it makes more sense.
Yeah, I think that's... Oh, I didn't think about that as like a mistake people make when they're like actually building their chains. Because
I didn't understand how it worked because it just looks strange to like when I'm trying to build it.
Yeah, from the front.
Think of it from the front like that.
No.
But from the back, that makes so much more sense.
Because
like, oh, you're swapping the key.
Yes. Yeah, pretty much.
And that's why it works.
That's
it's not
right.
just like, hey, if I put random L's everywhere,
yeah,
it looks cool.
Exactly. I guess all of this came back to the fact that when I'm introducing how to build more than a 2-chain, you start with the 2-chain, and then you like build off of that. Like this is just blocking method thinking the whole time. Like you've already built the 2-chain, here's how you build the 3-chain. Whereas
That's really nice,
a lot of tutorials, I imagine, if they were teaching you the form, they teach you how to do it from the front. So they make you build the 2-chain out of nowhere, and then build like a thing that prepares for the 3-chain in advance. And then it's like, well, I don't know how you made, like, why you knew to build the L shape or something, right? Whereas if you build from back to front, it's like, here's my 2-chain. Okay, now I'm going to do my block. And then I'm going to finish it off, and then keep doing that. And then you just, like, apply the same logic here. It's like, here's my 2-chain, green, red. I'm going to block here. But instead, if you get the blocking color early, you just put it down here instead. Which I'm going to then go on to explain. That's how you actually build it. But this is just like the theory behind it before I actually talk about the build order.
Of course.
Yeah. Just depends on if you get the greens first or if you get the blue early.
Oh my god, that makes so much sense.
Okay. Happy days.
When the when the flexible chaining form is flexible.
Whoa, novel concept, isn't it? Good times. Okay, yeah. Right. Sounds like things are working correctly. Good. In that case, I guess that's all I need for the explanation there. By moving the blocking Puyo to the other middle row, cause an L shape to appear, but functionally doesn't work any differently than the actual difference in the field is thing. Yeah. Oh, that was early for this to come up. Sure. 70 becomes much more complex when we start mixing these variants together. Should I explain it the other way as well? Like, here I do it with 2-2-1-1. Should I do it with 1-1-2 as well? Or is that overkill?
I think it wouldn't hurt to add
Okay.
that it works either way.
If you're still confused, let's reinforce it.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go grab some food.
Sure.
Put something on. I'm not sure.
Here's what we start with. This thing goes so hard. Alright, here's what we start with. Here's what we start with. Once again, the change row is shifting the sandwiched here. Hold on. Start with we're looking to when it's shifting the sandwich here blue into the other middle row. So instead of in row 2, let's put it in row 3. There we go. Row 3, and we need to put it to green. Great. Once again, how do I call it? Generated the L simply by shifting the swapping the two wheels. Okay. So here, same for here, green and the blue. This is same for here. Row 3 replacing row 2. So we need to bring it to push that back. Generate CL. Here's what we start with. Once again, the change we're looking to remove shifting the sandwich Puyo into the other middle row. So instead of putting it in row 2, let's put it in row 3. We also need to replace that green. Once again, we generate the LCP by shifting the sandwich Puyo. Again, swapping the middle 2 Puyos. Shifting the position of. Okay, as you can see, the sandwich becomes much more complex when we start mixing zones together. How this also makes it far more flexible from the stairs. Okay. Okay, great. And more flexibility leads to higher efficiency. More options you have, less views you waste. Okay. I think that's... makes more far more flexible from the stairs, and more flexibility, this higher efficiency. The more options you have, the less views you waste. Great. Did I talk about how they can switch between each other already? That's how I did it, right? That's how I introduced it. Does it work? Okay. Okay. Flow's a little better now. So did I ever talk about color conflict in tutorial 4? Because I wrote a note to self here that I was meant to mention it, I think. Let me check here. Color conflicts.
Hello.
Hello.
I have noodles and some pistachios.
Yum, enjoy. Is the full script the storyboarded version? I reckon. Okay, great.
What are those evil looking Puyos doing?
Existing. Oh, right. I think I know what I meant. Yeah, I was gonna talk about color conflict here. Did I even like reference 1.3 again, or did I just never talk about why it's bad at all? Maybe that's why I decided to call back to it here.
Is this actually Super Bell Subway, really?
Sure is.
Huh. Didn't recognize it. I was like, it's a tour track. Because I don't know it.
So fair. What are you doing? I am writing up the next Puyo tutorial. After years of inactivity on it.
The final Puyo tutorial will be released the same day as Revenge.
No, Revenge will come out first. Smiles. I'm sure I'll come up with some experience together. And more flexible design efficiency, so it's the markets. Yeah, that's pretty easy waste. Great. I would like a template about how to talk about it when. Yeah.
The greatest thing about these tutorials is that I don't know enough, so you can bounce everything off of me.
Correct. I can ask you if it like actually makes sense or not, which is pretty high.
Because I mean, I can do like what 112, but everyone can do that.
No,
like...
not really. A lot of people can't build sandwich. You'd be surprised.
I can barely do it.
Yeah.
And it's like the brain power. Hold on, let me think. But I treat it with the rigidity.
No, I understand. Yeah, rigidity.
Of stairs.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Totally.
So it's not even worth building.
Yeah. Who's eating bang me? You, Fino? I'm jealous. But also, like, please enjoy your food, if that is what you're eating.
Right.
Unless you just decided to say that to make us all hungry, because then curse you, Fino. Why would you do that? Instead of a thirst trap, call it a hunger trap. Wait, hold on, PMD. Oh, anyway. You did it 3 times last week. Do you have like a go-to place for it?
I used to have a go-to place.
Used to? Oh, did that place also get changed?
Same place.
What?
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. Well, I don't know. I guess you'll find out if they're still any good.
Yeah.
We'll find out. Well, I mean, for me, the thing is, I never knew the original version, so like, I won't know what the difference is.
Well, I'll make sure to let you know, because otherwise we won't be going there.
Yes. I love Sam. Oh my gosh. Now I understand why. Okay. I understand now. Hi, Ferox. I think you forgot the O word at the start of your comment, silly. At least,
Ferox.
if you're gonna say that, you gotta like commit to the bit. A decent spot nearby? Heck yeah. Something about local businesses. Oh no, I don't have my trigger color available. So let's block. Set. Not enough. So that's set up. The sandwiched. Oh.
You're getting to how to dig out of garbage Puyo eventually. That's what I'm struggling the most when playing a CPU.
Oh, hold on. I have something about this in literally my third tutorial? No, second tutorial. Both of them. Yeah, hold on. Hold on. Let me pull it up. Because we're so cool like that. Transition to F5 chains is all I need. Yeah, don't worry. My transition tutorial was actually before my sandwich tutorial because it's cool like that. Yeah, where's my garbage bit? Oh, maybe I didn't. Oh yeah. It's brief, but I talk about how to dig a little bit. Look. Oh, look, my greens. I built my yellows. Oh no, the garbage. If you want to dig this, all you have to do is clear on top and then make your next Puyo, the key Puyo 4 afterwards. Yeah, digging basics. Which is probably not useful because it's only one line of garbage, right? Like, you're probably receiving more than that, but like, it's there in the second tutorial. We're developing our garbage skills. It's pretty good. I would recommend. And then which I think tutorial 3 talks about how stairs lets you accept garbage along the way. Oh, okay, that's just that. I love streaming lagging. We are so back. Hi Yoshi, hi Ferox. Wanna learn how to make the baguettes? Maybe with my stairs sandwich tutorial, you can like learn to make your own baguette. Where is it? Where do I receive? Do I receive garbage at all? I don't know if I end up talking about that. Oh yeah, I do. Oh no, I'm building my stairs. Oh, I received garbage. What will I do? Whoa, hold on a minute. I can receive up to 2 rows and still be able to make my stairs work. Because it's so cool like that. Very good. The purple and the blue and the green still works. Epic gaming. Which is not quite digging, but it's like working around garbage fundamentals as well. And then the transition one is just, Yeah, this is the only image you need. If you understand this image, you understand how to make a transition. Actually, I present it in two ways. You either learn off of that image, or where's my other one? Or you learn it off of this image. Thumbs up. It's gonna look a lot better in the actual video, I promise. If I go here with 5 rows, I'm considered myself dead. Oh, then you just have to like make a new chain. Yeah, instead of hoping to dig, probably. 5 rows is like a lot to dig. Like even at higher levels, you generally don't dig 5 rows by like trying to dig. You just build chains on top of the 5 rows, and then like you can maybe slowly work your way down. But yeah, I'll have like a proper digging tutorial later on as well, because understanding how to clear garbage effectively is an important skill. Because it's hard to like conceptualize how to get rid of like the most, like dig deep into the garbage. Because most people can only think about it in terms of like, I can only dig the top row like one at a time. Which I imagine is sort of like what you're question marking about, which is so valid. I think I put it in speed and survivability. Oh no, dealing with garbage. What, 10 and 10, 11? Um, 11. Is this Ratcon's like digging document? Yeah, tailing techniques and then side clears. But anyway, I'll get to that. I'm jumping ahead too much. I'm too excited about what we have coming up. Okay. I don't have my image. Hello. I'm getting. So let's set up more trigger belly. The problem is when I'm building transition, my other Puyo keeps blocking my chains. Unless I get 2 of the same color, I can't transition. Play more it is. Oh! Oh! Hold on, hold on. Is that the issue? That's the build order problem. Classic. Yeah, this happens to you, right? Look, if you build the transition, so you built your stairs and you have a beautiful 5-chain stairs, right? Is this irregular in real life? You and your beautiful 5-chain stairs, I commend you. Very good, right? Happy? But then, oh, I didn't put any more pictures, I just made a video. Hold on, do I have the video?
Yeah, roll the clip.
You guys get like a secret preview, but it's just a clip, not the actual tutorial with commentary, so it's kind of dumb looking probably, but it's fine. It's funny. Yeah, does this happen to you in real life? Yeah, building my transition, building my transition. Oh no, I blocked my transition. Is it like this? Hello, Packen. Like that. I like how the stream also is mid-zero. So that's why we're like, dude, don't build the transition last. If you leave it till later, if you procrastinate on it, you'll get explode.
You gotta build it first so that you're like,
yeah,
it's a good defense against like attacks.
yes. So then I talk about how to build it first, because it's a bit weird, the thinking that you use for it, but it's good. It's good. So it's just another example of me building it last. Oh yeah. Disasters. Next one, please. Yeah, so you build it first. But in order to do this, you want to get good at building stairs in like any order, with what I call like blocking ahead and things. Like you need to be able to like manage building different parts of your stairs at the same time, otherwise you won't have success. Yeah. And even here, like you can see that when I'm doing an example, it doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, this is like the most imperfect stairs transition 7 chain ever. But the fact of the matter is that you built a 7 chain in the first place, right? So inflexible, but pack in. Look, my 7 chain. That's pretty good. And then what, video 3, do I just do another example of it? Yeah, I think I just do more.
The thing with stairs is that it's inflexible, but it's like so easy.
Yeah. There's me waiting for my bread for a billion years.
Um,
See, this is cleaner.
and then
Like another 17.
and then you
So
go
good.
on to do sandwich.
Oh yeah, this is the funny thing that happens if you're not paying attention. But this is meant to happen when you're learning to build it. If you don't run into this situation once,
Oh,
then
the
you
color
are
conflict.
not going to get good at the game. You have to make this mistake in order to get good at the game. It's the whole point. What's this? Oh yeah. Chain by extending one at a time. I mean, yeah, like you gotta start somewhere. There's a reason I made blocking method my like tutorial on how to build a chain in the first place. Hee. Explode. What's the last one? Oh, the last one is like a really clean chain, I think. Maybe. Oh, you get using blocking method to extend on the second floor.
Yeah, I love this.
Because like, yeah, if you can just do like 2 extra links on the second floor, like it doesn't have to be much. You add 2 extra
It's
links
huge.
though, and you get to a 9. And then you start understanding why the JP tutorials say that you have to build a 10 chain to get past beginner level. But like, yeah, that's only for tutorial, what, 4? Yeah. You go from building like, what, blocking method, I think I built like a 5 chain. So you build like a 5 chain into building a 5 chain, but different, into building like 9 chain, or maybe even 10 if you get lucky colors. So the progression is pretty significant early on, as long as you're like clever. Max, thank you for the raid. Oh. Hello everybody. What were all of you up to today? Did you have a nice time? Did you have a not nice time? Alright. Where was I? This is part 4. Let's go away from that. Jamming to some awesome tunes you were? Heck yeah. Were there particular tunes that you were jamming to, or was it just miscellaneous things? These are cute as heck emotes too.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so that'll be when I make like actual clips for those examples. Alright, and then the next bit is to color conflicts. This is like new section type material. Right? Yeah. Color conflicts. Because I think by this point you just know how to build sandwich. That's so exciting. We're almost there, then. Because it's color conflicts, and then that's basically it. So we're almost done with scripting this. And then it's a matter of... Yeah, I guess after this I can just like send it to people for editing. And then I start like creating the clips. Yeah. Hi Nabia! Jamming some awesome tunes. Yay! Playing flute and ukulele. Oh my gosh! Yo! We got a gamer, but like musical.
They call those musicians, but whatever.
Me when I call my artists gamers who can make art.
Oh, that's just me. Oh, hi, Ovi.
Friend! Good afternoon. Or perhaps great afternoon. Perfect afternoon. Marvelous afternoon. Okay, afternoon.
Excellent afternoon.
Clearly I've got like my brain in all sorts of places at once. But when does that not happen? Good afternoon. I know who to say that to when I pop into the stream next time. It's pretty cool. Nice. Actually, it's kind of cold here. Kind of cold. I guess it's more like cool. Not too bad. The next thing for me to learn is Tails, which might help with my freestyle being so uneven and jagged. Good luck, friend. If you've like leaned on freestyle like forever, then it's gonna be a tough road, but I believe if that's truly like what you enjoy building, I'm sure you'll do great. After all, you have goats like who did we watch recently? What, Nerud and Kupri, who were like freestyle building, and they're like heckin' awesome, so you can become like one of those guys. As Puyo, pretty good. We are well, yesterday I put in like a huge practice session. It was like 6 hours or something. But we put out a lot of good chains and played a lot of good matches with some friends and foes and bros. Question mark, dubious. And now we are, instead of just working on my own gameplay, I want to help other people's gameplay, hopefully, with the tutorial work. Yeah, hello Freshwater. We're pretty far into this. I think, honestly, I think I'm pretty close to finishing the first draft of this script, which I'm really happy about. So, after this, I just send it to people to, like, review, and then I'll just edit it. And then after that, it's just putting the clips together to send to my video editor. And we're on our way to putting out another tutorial video. Very excited. You never actually sat down and figured out like any tail shapes? I can give you like a brief rundown of like tail shapes, because it's actually funnier than you expect. So just so vital, it is so important. Okay, here's a tail shape, right? 1, 2, 3. You see what I'm getting at? 4.
Ah, it's all Tetris.
You might be surprised, but actually the tetraminos are the tail shapes. Because it's the only way you can match 4. What am I missing? Oh, the other way. Oops. Well, if you do it in this order, it's not necessarily going to work. Like, stuff is going to power. But essentially, if you just like understand these shapes, that these are the shapes you can make, you can then start analyzing them one by one. So like, for example, the this one, right? What you have to understand is the height difference. Because if this clears, it creates a 1 height difference and a 2 height difference. So then what you're allowed to do is you can, yeah, like because these are at different heights, they won't clear, but on the next step, it shifts down and it will clear. And then with this one here, like this shape, instead it becomes this, and so it won't clear, and so that works.
Oh.
And this shape here, because of your height difference again, you can just shift it down here. And this shape here, it's gonna go here instead. Yeah. My mind is open, heck yeah. DDR Dan has a video on this, it's very mind-opening. Yeah, if you're in doubt, like, check his channel first, because he's honestly got such, like, a strong, like, database of just, like, miscellaneous videos on things in Puyo. It's just, like, they're not as searchable because his channel's small, but, like, he has some really solid videos where he just, like, chats thoughts about, like, your things. So I think I just do highly recommend having a look at what his stuff is. Yeah, T is a really good start because you can just like guarantee that you get some nice like height difference out of it. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. Yeah, kind of. You make some like weird parody, but stuff has to wrap around it. So then it's like pretty easy to like make stuff not cut. But if you start with something like this, then like stuff immediately starts getting a bit like, you can see that column 6 gets really tall. This is also pretty good. But then you create like a divot. So yeah, like, you know. But that's what I'm gonna recommend to you. Like, try experimenting with like putting shapes together. Like Petromino shapes together, and then everything will work. Sometimes small nuggets of info connect a lot of dots all at once. Yeah, it's essentially like his stuff is more disconnected, and hopefully my tutorials can connect everything together. But it's like, it's hard to make a definitive guide for Puyo because there are just so many small little concepts that don't necessarily fit together with like a broader topic. And so it's hard to like find what you're looking for in any given moment. Like, I want to look up how to do this certain thing in Puyo, but like, who's going to have that video? Like, what video is going to have that, right? And so you start looking into like general resources, but maybe they don't tackle it because it's too specific. And that's where stuff like Dan's videos are really strong at like filling in those gaps. Noticing recently, you need to go back to like Zen mode and Tetris to fix some stacking mind blocks. It's very easy to fall into habits because you feel like you're good enough, but even in Tetris, like, my stacking might look perfect, but it's still not necessarily like the best I could be doing. Like, sometimes I build dependencies, and it's like, oh, I know that 7-bag is going to help me fix that, but it's like, it's also better if I just don't have dependencies so that I can use every piece for the most like efficient thing that it can do. Anyway, that's an aside. Sorry, I'm getting distracted a lot. But I hope the conversations are useful. Okay. So the note on color conflicts is, and you have the same color on either side of a given length, if you can easily complete it without 1, 2, 3, or else conflicts arise. Let me think. Oh, I know what I'm trying to say here. So what I'm getting at is that, let's say you have like this, right? The thing is, you can't do this with, how am I looking? No, that's fine. What's the issue? I saw it in my head a moment ago. Oh, right, like this. There. That's not good. That's dangerous. Good luck as I put away instruments to make dinner. Sounds good. Thanks again for the raid, friend, and enjoy your time zone.
Have fun.
So one of GTR makes sailing easy and will start your tail. That's true. As long as you use an actual GTR joint and not sandwich or stairs. I was having that conversation with a friend recently, so I'm here to tell everyone about it again. That hurts me inside. Yeah. But it's also something that you're just not gonna know. Because the thing is, yeah, you get to a level where you're like, oh, I can like build stuff ahead of time now. Like, that is really good. But it's a sort of thing where you might not notice the fact that this is an issue early on. Because you'll build this and you'll just be like, this is fine. And then like you try and do the thing and it's like, oh, that doesn't work. Sandwich and stairs joint actually makes me rage internally when I see it. Welcome to the club. That's been me for the past like half a decade at least. At least I'd like to think that 2020, yeah, that's probably around a time that I knew that it was not good. Okay, so less flat, yeah, that's why it's hard to like extend as well. It just causes a world of issues. Yeah, that's right, you can't multiple stack on it. Yippee! So, how do I describe this? Because this makes sense in my head, like, but when I read it, this is going to sound like the most over everyone's heads possible. Only have the same color on either side of a given link if it can be easily completed without 103 and 301, or else color conflicts arise. Like, that's just word salad. It's like, oh, how to describe this? I guess the best way to do it is you start with an example and just talk through it, right?
Yeah.
Now, it's flexible. Hold on. As we... Oh no, probably. Great. That's all I need to say. However, the progress and improvement you've done, you're amazing. Oh, friend! Friend! Thank you! Thank you! You're so sweet! I'm proud of you too! You're also amazing! Thank you! Oh. Oh. I'm going to melt now. And hydrate, because you should hydrate, guys. It's good for you. Here's a cookie. Finally, someone got me a cookie. Peace. Everyone's been holding out on me. Thanks, friend. I needed that. Oh, man. Let's think about this. I used to say, although sandwich is a really powerful form, it doesn't come without its drawbacks.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
What are the possible drawbacks?
I'm glad you asked.
I thought sandwich was really cool and better than stairs. but I didn't know there were drawbacks of sandwich.
Oh no, it's almost like when you make a chain, it might break. Maybe.
Bumble.
When I fumble all my chains.
Just kidding,
I wouldn't fumble all of them, just a few of them.
The
The content.
Oh my god, this theme bank's so hard.
It's so good. I love Pokemon Mystery Dungeon.
I love Rescue Team because I can probably the entire soundtrack in my head because I've played the game like 5 times.
Honestly, it's iconic. A repeated pattern, which is why color conflicts can happen? In a sense. What can you tell me?
I can probably figure out the times where I've either like gotten stuck or like I played in like the car, from like how much of the theme I remember. Because I play too much.
Oh, as if.
Oh.
Hehe.
Seeing it not transition like hurts. You know you can turn the sound off, right?
I guess I could like mute Windows sounds. Oh my golly goodness.
Oh hey Rihanna.
So weirdo, thank you for the 5 gift subs. Ah! Oh my gosh, yeah, Rihanna! Enjoy the emotes, everyone. And the little badge, actually. I never shout that out, but it's pretty cool. I like the badge.
Oh
it's
yeah, the
cute.
badge is the star, isn't it, right?
Yes.
That's cute.
And it fills in more if you continue.
So loud.
Continue. It is pretty loud. Thank you so much for the continued support, friend. It means a heck of a lot to me.
Yeah, right? It's like,
a heck of a lot.
Where did you get this money from?
I'm glad you have enough disposable income. Wasn't Rihanna? No, but Rihanna like received one of the gift subs is what I was saying. It was some weirdo who showed up. Who just showed up. Sorry. Oh my gosh. Look at me. I don't even... Oh, the disrespect. I'm sorry.
What's the point?
Friend. I sincerely apologize for my mistake. Okay. You mind kind of speaking when you're trying to build a head. Okay. Looking good. Let's say we want to build this out into 103. These greens out into 103. Like this. I thought I muted system sounds. It's not the Windows sounds? Yep, that's not the thing I want to open.
Go to audio mixer.
Yeah, system sounds. I pressed mute on it. Hold on, why did I unmute?
Drag it to 0.
I guess I could do that, yeah. Yeah. Okay, well I guess that's a surefire way to make sure it... Unless it jumps up again because it feels like it.
No, my system sounds on 3.
I'm trying to think if there are any system sounds that are important for me to hear, but... is it always just like that one?
What if you see the train? Is this the train one?
Yeah, and it's in my village.
Yes. The green train's fun too.
Like this. Looking good. Now let's finish that red length on the left. This is the funny part.
Oh! I see now. Well, so this is the same color conflict situation as stairs?
Sort of.
What do you mean, sort of? You can't have the same color before the...
Oh, on both sides. Like...
Yeah.
Oops.
Oops.
Adding humor is a good idea for their mindset. Wait, who? Oh, do you mean like just as a viewer? Yeah. Void and I are trying to like mix in little gags here and there. For example. Wait, is there one in here? Actually, there might not be one in this tutorial yet. But don't worry. I mean, the first tutorial had that like really long drawn out where I like defeated the CPU with only one chains.
Oh.
That was a good time. It's like they would realize with you, yeah, exactly. That's the idea here. Because like, that is the natural like discovery, right? Like the nature of discovery. It's just like, oh yeah, like this looks good, right? Okay, this looks good. Oh. Warm. Literally, yeah. This is me for real? Oh, rip. Oh yeah, the Carbuncle has like worm energy actually. Face on the floor. Oh, hello Himitori. You're as loud as ever. This is, you know, this is actually the ultimate worm song because you're playing as V Haku, you're trying to like clear, no, there's no more Haku. And you're just like dying because the song is extremely hard.
So sad.
Wow, I have a cool build dies. Not the cool boy, no. Oops, that doesn't look right. Does it look right? And from here. Let's go back a couple steps. I just listen to my heart. Steps. It seems like rights are an issue. In that case, we could make up a little rule about this. How about something like you the same color on both sides of a link. To put that between. An anonymous. Hold on, is this like a person named anonymous?
No, this is just like it's not that they chose to be anonymous because you can click that.
I clicked it and it shows up with an actual profile. So is this like
really?
Oh. Huh. No, this is an account. Maybe, question mark. Hey! Thanks for the... Oh, gifted one to some weirdo. Oh, it's about time. Oh my gosh. It comes full circle.
Does it actually show up as an account? Wait, really?
For me it is. But again, I don't know if it's actually like...
I don't know. I think that's just a,
Oh, followed since May. Oh, I didn't check the followed thing. Yeah, hold on.
That's so weird. Oh.
Huh, yeah. Account created 2018. I guess it might be, or it might just be like a Twitch thing where they make the account.
I think it's a Twitch thing.
Okay, well, thanks for the Anon gift to some weirdo. That's really nice. It's, yeah. About time that they got to receive the love in return too. Thank you. I hope you enjoy the perks, some weirdo. Yeah, that is deserving of a H, I think. All the community love. Oh, not the capital. Ah, no, not the capital H. Ah, screaming and crying. Yeah, big thanks.
I forgot Obi's here.
Yeah, right? Because you see the badges show up and you're like, whoa!
I'm like, who the hell is this?
I get blasted. Yeah, because I think with the other mods, it's usually just the mod icon, right? Like Shucky just has the mod icon.
Yeah.
I think Dank Baron has just the mod icon. Who else? Jolla. I think Jolla also just has it. Yeah. They get like blasted. You're like, whoa.
You can pick and H or cookie.
Huh?
Interesting.
Pick and H or cookie.
Well, I'm a weirdo. Well, you'll be competing for that title.
Who is the weirdest of them all in my chat?
Odd mod.
Odd Todd.
No. Todd.
Todd. Oh yeah, true. Oh, you guys are such a gift. I love you all so much. Never forget that, please. Make sure not to convert between different types of sandwich. Okay. That sounds like good rule.
So autism help with being weird? I don't know.
To be honest, friend, would I know? I don't know. I never got diagnosed. Anyway, maybe one day. Maybe one day.
We can do it together when that time comes.
I can't wait to get a diagnosis with you. That sounds insane.
Come on, we do group therapy.
Oh.
Well, actually, when I go alone, it's still group therapy.
Oh my gosh. You and the gang.
Oh.
Yourselves.
Some kind of, yeah.
Wow, that's just like Sumire. You know, you have Beyond going off in the background.
Some kind of beyond noise.
Abyss. Sails to our masts. I love these lyrics, they're so good.
I wonder who wrote them though.
Some kind of anarch entertainment guy.
They're my good boss.
Washing machine. Let's see. What would happen? We started with 1, 1, 2, 1 sandwich. Your efficiency powers activate? Heck yeah, friend. Yes, okay. So... Da-da-da. Thanks, sir. Now let's go greens. As a 103 link. No, it's a 301, isn't it? Yeah. The 3 on the bottom. 301. Wait, hold on, the sound is back. What?
What?
It jumped itself back to 50.
Now I want to try.
My system sounds, not that one, are being rude.
Maybe it's the sound control panel. You can like turn it off. For
Maybe?
Real. Oh, I think you can actually just like turn off the sound.
Oh, I see. These are all the like sounds, I guess.
Yeah.
Windows. How do I like?
Is it asterisk? I think you can just hit test and then.
Well, these are all different ones, right?
Like a sound control panel. Don't look it up.
That's so weird.
Hold on.
Yeah, I promised, like, here, let me bring it over to this side. Usually what I do is I swap my taskbars when I'm streaming because it's more convenient, but yeah. Open volume mixer. Wait! You're lying to me! Look, hold on.
Is it on the... Okay, is it on the right audio device? Because I think you might have changed the device.
Wait, but I'm on this device. I'm listening through this device. You guys are listening through this device. Ah, you are being very tricky. This is weird.
Bam.
Hold on, let me put it back. Put my taskbar on the other side. Maybe it's something to do with that. Open volume mixer. Nope, it's still down. Okay. Control-Shift-S. Maybe it just forgot for a little bit, but now it's going to work. Okay, let's try it again when I've closed it. Nope, okay, How strange. Yeah, it's Windows 10 that I'm on this computer right now. Okay. And to finish, we complete reds on the left. Oops, I haven't even made it yet. Oh!
What?
Look, and it just... Look, it's here again. This thing is messing with me. That's so weird. How rude. Yippee! It looks like our rule will apply after all. Let's see what would happen if we do this. After all. Actually, I think this one's a bit more complex of a challenge. Let me do the easier example first. Because this has to come with the moral lesson of the fact that I can't give rules for everything. I can't, kids. Thing that I would imagine is hard is trying to put yourself in their shoes of their lack of understanding. I try and that's why when I'm writing the tutorials, I really try and make sure everything is building blocks. It's a bit of a teaching research things. I'm being vague about it, but it's my teaching degree, my epic research. Okay. As much as I not hated, but as much as I'm about writing assignments on it, it's it does have useful things because it's evidence-based, but one of the core building blocks of teaching is the fact that you teach with building blocks. You, as much as possible, you lean on your students' prior knowledge because they have a preset they come in with a preset understanding of the world, and if you can match that and go, hey, I know where you're at right now, you can then use that as a jumping off point to expand on their understanding, or make corrections or whatever you're aiming to do. Right, so the way the tutorials are structured is very much here's this concept that we are introducing. Here's how a previous concept is a starting point for it, and then we go into the new concept in more detail. And that way, you bridge that understanding without having to, there are pieces of writing, tutorial type media that are difficult when it comes to, empathizing with the viewer, right? Because there are certain things where it's I get that this thing is hard because, it is commonly thought to be a difficult thing. And sometimes I can remember my experience of actually putting it together. But, you can kind of skip the empathy step if you do this if you're clever with your teaching method in a way that you don't need to actually remember what it was like. Instead, you build this staircase structure to get to where you want them to go by ensuring that you've taught them what prior knowledge they need and then going from there. Essentially, if everything builds on each other, then you know that you're not going to miss anything in between. Yeah. A lot of people do is jump into GTR first, but it's really complicated. Don't worry, I will talk a lot about that in my GTR tutorial. I have a lot of thoughts in my brain. A lot of thoughts. Anyway, don't worry. I'll get to it, friend. I'll get to it. Let's take a look at a basic example of a color conflict from the second tutorial. Stairs. I promise. Every shape is useless in top level, but they're all linked together in puzzle pieces rather than just the same pattern. Pretty much, right? So that's why you want to break down the individual patterns as much as possible. And then once they have enough of the pieces, you can start showing them how to, put them together in different ways. Yeah, exactly, right? The understanding of stairs as a form just gives you, this fundamental understanding of, hey, I can place my pieces like this, and I know that they will work, because I know that stairs works. right? So it'll work like anywhere that I put it on the board. Yeah, pretty much. Alright. Not the harassments, guys!
Oh.
Setting up an attack. Hehe.
Don't let us say the H word.
The H word, oh no. No, there's nothing wrong with the fresh order, but I personally am trying to move the community away from the word just because it's like weird. Alright, what was I trying to say? Back then I talked about the different
Hi, Spider.
Hey, Spider! Oh my gosh, hi, thanks for the raid. How are you doing, friends? What are you guys up to? It's a weird time I thought it was weird too as a new player. Okay, yeah. You could just use the word attack. At least for the time being while I'm like trying to figure out what the vocabulary should be. Which we'll get to later on in the tutorials. Regular, oh my gosh. Hello, Spider! Whoa! You're wielding some great powers. You could say that you're using Sandwich. Smile. This sandwich is so cool and epic. How do you guys go today?
Yeah, what are you guys up to?
I talked about the different types of stairs. But you may have noticed that I didn't choose to teach how to teach on 3 stairs. That's this one here. Looking for you and I found you. Congratulations. Okay, have a good night. Alright, rest well, friend. Can explain, smile. Uh-oh. What shenanigans? What shenanigans? My favorite.
Worry.
Oh, why is it worry? Why don't you tell them?
1 3 stairs is crazy.
Why is it crazy?
Because the 1 3 stair situation.
No, not the situation.
It leads to color conflicts. Because
well done.
you can't put much on top of it.
Yeah.
If you're playing underwater, it might be useful, but I'm still not quite sure.
I'm not sure either because I don't understand enough about the physics of underwater.
Yeah, me neither.
It is stream hopping. Oops. Just trying to avoid the connotations of the word harassment. That is, yeah, one part of it. Like, there's a few facets to it. The first is the fact that the word has weird connotations in the first place. The second is that apparently it came from some, like, okay, this is like really old Puyo lore, so like only a few people know about this anyway, but like, you know, for anyone who was around back then, it was from some guy on IRC who brought it from like a different community, but then like apparently it was, I don't know if it was something about the community or that particular member was weird. Anyway, like we're trying to de-associate. Also, I don't know, someone said it.
Even
at some point in time. I was too young to like really understand what was actually going on at the time, but it was, yeah. The origin is weird.
It's like, I also think harassment is just like a poor word to describe any kind of attack when you can say, I'm doing an attack, I'm doing a poke, I'm doing, like, I don't want to draw too much from like actual like fighting games, but like fighting games have so many different words for the kind of things that we would just call harassment, right?
I think that's exactly like that to be. So those two are like sort of they're a bit hand wavy. Like ultimately, you can always argue one way or another morally about whether it's right or wrong to use this word. Fine and fair, but the biggest point for me, to be honest, is in developing like the community's language, like the vocabulary that you use to talk about strategy in this game and such. I want our vocabulary to become richer, right? And similar to moving towards the fact that like Puyo is a fighting game, right? And trying to reinforce that fact. Part of that means we need more specific words to talk about the way that like players attack each other. And if we're going to do that, then we may as well like rethink some of the core vocabulary we have. To be fair, attack isn't much more specific than harass. Like, it probably will work mostly as a catch-all term, the same way that harass used to be, but then we can start categorizing not the types of harassments, but the types of attacks. We could talk about, like, pokes and whatever... I've heard the word swamp used when it's, like, an overwhelming attack, but, like, that was also used by Puyo GB, and I don't know if I want to follow their vocabulary, because that's actually just a me thing, sorry, I'm being biased. But, like, I'm tired of certain people. I am looking to like expand the terms we use for more specific cases of like players attacking each other, which convey more intent regarding like why one player is using this on another, along with like conveying power, so like what type of effect it has resource wise. Right, so if you use a lot of resources and do a really strong attack, then you might call it a certain word or such.
Yeah. I think it also helps that, like, I don't know, if you have a more colorful vocabulary for the game, it helps, especially like commentators and such.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's fun and interesting, and everyone should be doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll just make like commentary more colorful. So yeah.
Everybody wins.
Poke in this game would be 1 to less than 2 lines. It works somehow, but 2 lines is so good. So it's upset. Yeah, it feels more like pokes are reserved for like a 1 or 2 chain, but without like the power. At most, it's like a 2 chain with like 5 in it or something. But like
a disruption.
Just a small disruption. Yeah. Where like maybe it can cover a bad GTR, or like it'll just briefly cover the trigger or something, so that you can send a follow up. Right? You poke and then you. Whatever, next. Like Uncle, some harassments are illegal. That's why we gotta X.
Oh.
Like if you need to hit a certain spot. Exactly, yeah. If you're like targeting and then you snipe someone. Snipe's like another word as well.
Snipe's
like,
a really nice word
Snipe
too,
is good when it's like one specific column gets covered. Whether it's like a column 3 snipe and it's like, oh no, they lose, or again, like there's that bad GTR if you don't build the shoe. I think that's it, Kyobi language. I think he calls it the shoe. Like the L shape.
I mean, yeah, it looks like a shoe.
Yeah, so like if you don't put your pieces there and it snipes column 1. So snipe, you go from like snipe to poke to like, yeah, maybe attack can be more... Because I don't think you'd call poke an attack necessarily. Yeah.
I mean, a poke is what it is, a poke.
Attack has more like connotation of it being kind of rough. At least in my head. But that's one of those things, like the reason why I'm saving the actual like, solidifying of this language is because I want to discuss it with the community and make sure that like the connotation comes across the same for people who are, for example, I don't know, like different dialects or just like non-native, if it just comes across that way. It's one of those like interesting language experiments where it's like, just because a word sounds like this doesn't mean, like, does it have the same connotation to everyone or not? And if it doesn't, then we should reconsider. Yeah. There's probably some kind of like communication theory behind this or what. I don't know if that's actually the word behind it, but like I think it's interesting to think of it from that perspective. Because the idea is, yeah, to be as clear as possible with the words that we're using for each other. Yeah, snipe, poke, attack, interrupt. I'm trying to think if there are particular words that I use to to provoke if the attack is like meant to specifically cause a reaction from the other player. At least that's how I described it to Tom, and I feel like that makes sense. Yeah, because you provoke someone to try and get a reaction. Yeah, so provoking so that they either send main chain, like provoke for main chain, or provoke for like them to use their attack. And also, the other reason is that attack has the very natural endonym of like defend, right? You attack, and the other player defends. And so things like aggression become more like suitable as words, because you're like, oh yeah, like if you attack a lot, you're aggressive. If you defend a lot, you're passive. Like it just, a lot of the language that surrounds
like,
it becomes.
If you harass a lot, it just means no one likes you.
It just means you're annoying.
Yeah.
Which I get, to be fair, it's kind of product of its time. It's kind of funny because back then, when people didn't know how to, like, didn't know that mid-game existed, basically, or like didn't know how to work around it. Yeah, like when I sent those 2 chains to people, they're like, this is the worst. Like, how do you even counterplay this? Back when it was like, what, Advent League 2016, 2017, whatever, however long it was. Like, at the time, yeah, maybe that word actually did make sense, which is the funniest thing. Like, in context, maybe historically it did make sense. But now, as we're getting more advanced with mid-game, I guess it's time to move away because we are getting more sophisticated as players. Kind of cool. I never thought about it like that.
I think, yeah, like it's just some holdover from like old Western community stuff that like we don't know anything.
Yeah.
We're just like making stuff up. Oh
you could say
my
that
god.
Back in business. Other genre. Oh, like in MOBAs? Okay, I see. Yeah. Yeah, that might have been the community that it came from, but I don't know. Like,
I mean, that'd make sense, but no comment.
Aww. Snap's a great word, actually. Thank you. For new people, because it was weird to me at first, and it's a little sad that I kind of normalized it in my head. Yeah, exactly. And it's like fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with people for normalizing like a word that was
funny.
Used.
Right,
it is kind of
like
funny.
harassment. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Like, that's a funny word.
And there's the, like, golden gem of, like, that Sega tutorial on Puyo.
Yes.
It's just, like, the thumbnail with harassment. It's like, what is going on? What is Puyo even about?
That's actually really good. I like that.
You're welcome. Yeah. Anyway, we got sidetracked again, but this is why I love doing the tutorial work live, because not only like we contribute to this, but like it just, and again, this is why I want the podcast to exist, because it just like opens up so much like rich conversation that wouldn't normally be talked about at all. I love this sort of environment. Good vibes. I'm an advanced player supposedly, so that means I harass people. Obviously. So goofy. Alright, let's talk about color conflicts.
Boring.
1-3 stairs. No, it's not boring. You describe. Oh, well, okay, maybe it's boring because you already know this. Oh, I know this already. Everyone knows this. Okay, anyway. Thanks, Remy. Clocked.
Everybody knows this.
Back then I took to the different types of stairs. You may have noticed I didn't choose to teach 1-3 stairs.
Because it sucks.
To teach how to build 1-3 stairs. That's this one here. If you were enough of a freak, if you were
Enough of a Puyo aficionado.
If you were experimental enough. No, I want to compliment people who went out of their way to build this, even though I didn't.
Legally skilled.
Legally skilled.
Like curious.
Yeah, I think curious is a cute word. But I'm wondering if there's an even more flattering word I could use. Curious.
Oh. Okay.
You know, I want to compliment their ability to go out of their way to investigate, to seek the truth themselves.
Is she rizzing the viewers?
No!
Okay. There's nothing wrong with that, I'm just saying, like...
I care for and love my viewers deeply. I don't need Riz to convey that. Smiles.
Really.
Yes.
Everyone in the high competitive community does it.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, it's funny. It's like, oh, I don't play very much, but I'm like, I know a lot of stuff because I sit around and watch this guy play.
Yeah.
I'm hoping
happens
the
when you-
osmosis kicks in
Yeah, right.
sometime.
Best thing's gonna do, even if the community thinks it's bad, so they can fully understand why it's bad. So many people don't get this. They just accept everything at face value. They go, hey, people said this is bad, so it's bad. Oh my gosh, this is what the internet does to our brains. Anyway, moving on. If you were curious, I'll use the word curious and maybe I'll change it later. I can always edit this. If you're curious enough to try it at home, you probably realized why it's not really a good idea. The whole point of stairs flexibility is that you can chuck a lot of your waste on top. But with 1-3 stairs, you end up making color conflicts. Like this. And then I just have like so such a good first dungeon theme.
Gates.
Yep. Very easily making color conflicts like this. Hold on, I should probably like share animated image. There we go. Like this. We can take away from this is that having exposed groups of 3 makes it very easy to accidentally clear them. This is particularly an issue when that group of 3 is meant to be like YouTubers. Internet chain. If we now circle back to sandwich, we may have maybe in conflict. Yes, color conflict. And building 1, 2, 3. Sweet. Yeah. Ah. So rude.
Oh well.
Indeed. I guess we all just have to deal with it together. Sorry, friends. Some investigation photos are that's kind of bad. That could lead to proving them wrong or saying it isn't that bad. And has a use, I guess, but that would be so rare since other people would have already tried that much stuff. I don't want this as well. Oh yeah, like maybe there's like a silver lining to that like weird or bad-ish build, but like again, it's something that while other people have investigated it themselves, because the predominant voice is, oh, this thing is bad, you probably wouldn't have like found a resource that tells you, oh, there's actually like a good thing about this. Which is why like individual investigation is so important, because again, like resources do their best, but ultimately they can't like cover every instance. So it is up to you as a player to investigative. I was thinking about that too. Is that too much of a mouthful? If you're investigative enough to try it at home. I'll think about it. Similar to 1-3 stairs, these greens are an exposed group of 3 GPUs. If we, for example, if we simply place 1 green on the left of this link, here's what happens. Great. You see, it's not as disastrous as what happens with 1-3 stairs. Since the rest of the chains still works. But it is chain 3 chain. Never would have guessed how philosophical high-level Puyo turned out to be. Oh, it's only like that if you have special people like me in the community who decide to talk like this. Probably.
It is.
I mean, I think that goes with like a lot of games though. Like, you
yeah,
don't
true.
really tie video game strategy with philosophy, but ultimately, like, you can probably almost always like circle back to philosophy in some way. If you just have people that think too much. Color conflict can be good for attacks. I almost took a hit when I'm sad. It's okay. You are getting better. Your theory is very oddly deep. It is true that Puyo like lends itself to just like being a deep game in the first place though. Like, I've always talked about it as not only a fighting game, but sort of like the puzzle game version of like chess, just because
it's the game of life.
Oh gosh. It's just like there are so many different board states and directions you can take with like any given piece queue, and there is no optimal strategy. It's all just like building on fundamentals constantly. Yeah, like speed chess, right? give me Go vibe, where you only see the consequence of your action many turns later. I don't know much about Go, but I know it has a similar type of depth because Dan has talked about it too. The play interaction is also really important. That's true. Yeah. It's very unique to Puyo because you're not only dealing with like your own piece queue, but also with the consequences of your opponent's interactions and the way that you like adapt to that. It's crazy, man. There are so many facets to this game. And to think that's stuff that I have to cover later in tutorials because I first have to tell people how to like up their fundamental skill first, right? Goodness. Anyway, it's good. We're making really good progress. Half puzzle, half strategy. Yes. Of this link. It's not quite as strong as what happened to some since the rest of the chainsaw, it is a reduction to your total chain length.
I finally managed to promote my like healer girl, and now she can actually attack.
Yo, congratulations.
This is huge. I can play the game, what the hell?
Yo. Efficiency at the cost of isolation. What am I saying?
Efficiency at the cost of isolation. It's like speed dating.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. This theme is so good. Did you guys know that both fusion themes are actually really good?
This is true.
This is factual information, guys.
As you improve this game. Maybe I just jump to the next example, because I should save the lesson for after. Okay. Just these two. There's a certain Puyo tutorial for beginners, that is how I started learning, and someone brought up how they don't like that it says if you can't make attention, everyone will kill you, and I dropped my benefit of the doubt for it. Can you remove that from the tutorial online, please? Oh, hold on. Yeah, it's a bit like, I get where they're coming from, but also like it's one of those like such anti-community things. Like, don't get into the online community unless you meet a certain threshold. Like, it's very gatekeepy, but not in like
Yeah.
I get like, it could be for like, oh, like actually it will be an unpleasant experience if you just jump into ranked. It's true. Like, if you jump into ranked, it's gonna be rough. But
You'll
also,
die. Yeah.
like, there are still, it doesn't mean that like everyone is a top player, which is the conception that like a lot of people get from a comment like that, which is such a problem. It's like, no, there are other mid-level players, and it's the whole like mid-level player issue where I can't find players that are like good enough to match me locally, but online everyone destroys me. It's like those communities can't continue growing unless that like mid-level group is accounted for, and so like we need to be conscious of comments like that, which might push those players away in the first place. It's rough. Yeah. Each examples. On. We take a step back and look at this color. Reflect these color reflects side by side. We start to see a pattern. Exposed groups of 3 key periods need to be careful. That's because of 3 periods. Have I used the word cut yet? It might be good to... It's a bit less of a mouthful. Cut. Just return to nothing. Cut happens. This cuts again. Ooh, I didn't really explain the word cut. I hope it has like a good connotation when it comes to conflicts. Okay, but I'm already using the word, so maybe it's fine. Row 3, did I? Because I brought up the term color conflict. What? In spite of this cut.
Oh yeah.
So good. There's also a thing of fighting game where everyone thought you need to be this good before you can hop online. Maybe that came from the fact online is dead in many fighting games and only veterans remain. I'd say it's a mindset issue, but I get where they're coming from. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what I'm targeting. Like, the Puyo community has the same issue as fighting game players, where that mid-level pool of players is always, like, kind of isolated because that thought gets thrown around, and then it's like... They aren't as niche, even if they're not as niche as Puyo, they still have their own niche, and so unless you're playing like the biggest fighting games, yeah, like that pool of players tends to be kind of shallow. It's tough. One game's online as intermediate who couldn't change 10 if it was very fun and eye-opening. Yeah, sometimes you also just need to accept that you're not gonna like get whooped a bit, but also like you might win sometimes by applying your skills. It's worth giving it a try. Let me go back to like my explanation of color conflicts to see if it's clear enough. Different links interfere with each other due to being the same color. Yeah. Actually, color conflict might mainly have a connotation of like, yeah, like when two different links use the same color, which is accurate to like this first the second case, but maybe not this first one. That's just a cut, I think. Is that a color conflict? No. I don't think so. Not the same color conflicts. Oh, the cut back in. Very easily making it cut early. Beginners will probably have a very rough time online though. First game was getting 12 when I could chain 2 to 3. Oh yeah, that's rough. Losing hundreds of matches before getting your first win isn't fun for many people, and getting on Discord and ask for a match against feeling you is too much work. What to do. Yeah. I know, Sega should make sure that there are divisions for lower level players. Wait a minute, they did that last year with the B class. See? If you organize official things that are targeted towards newbies, there's always going to be a few people who like maybe troll or smurf, but ultimately I think the idea is like a good one. Because it's an organized space for lower level players to come together and actually like converse, play matches with each other. Like, again, a lot of the issue around community work is how do you get a conversation going, right? Like, how do you get people to start like interacting with each other? And so you need to like create spaces or events or things like that that'll start it. And of course, like, you also run into the issue of like, oh, players only are active during events, but then you like build on that, right? Like, it's a good starting point. At least people came to your event. Now it's about like, how do we up the frequency from there? I'd say that's like my approach to it, but that's just like off the top of my head. Maybe not like the solution ever, but that's my thought on it. Also, it's getting a bit dark. Let me go switch light on and such.
Oh no.
Also need more water, be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh, you hear it. I hear it.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Sorry, our minds are poisoned. Because my over 10% win rate into Void just get good guys. It's so true. It's so true.
Yeah, real.
It's another difficult mindset thing to be like, yeah, I can accept that, like, I will just get like a few wins or something, though. Wow, is that part from N64? That's crazy.
Yeah.
PPC have options to start a rematch with your current ranked opponent so two can keep playing against each other? Unfortunately not. I feel like a system like that would be neat because, yeah, sometimes I'm like, wow, I have a really good matchup with this person. I should keep playing with them, but like, there's no way to. Unless you can like find them on Twitter. Good luck with that. Feel like you learned a thing or two? Oh. From today or just like in general? In general? I see, I see. Oh yeah, from like fighting Void, I understand. Sorry. I'm like, where was the connection? That makes more sense now. As a reminder, hold on. In particular, we're going to talk about the channel. As a reminder, this refers to when the chain ends early.
Ooh.
Wow.
Back to back.
Right? Cutting. Last time the chain ends early. And with a type of thought that occurs when it refers to when the chain ends early. Chain ends early. Cutting. Kaisermatic cutting refers to situations where your chain ends early, and a color conflict is when using a certain color in your chain causes issues in another part of your chain, which can lead to cuts. Okay, I feel like I needed to like make sure I clarified the word usage for this section. Let's see. Rules of thumb is a good thing to understand. That is exactly what I'm about to elaborate on. Let's see that I don't. Yoshi voice box is gone. Oh no, don't worry. I've just been like locking in on like how do I word this. So my typing probably comes through as looking like I'm talking, but like that's just my keyboard activating the thingy. But also thanks for keeping an eye out for that because sometimes things happen and the voice does disappear. Yeah, this bit is something I really want to like make sure I word well to get the point across, because it's one of those things where it's like, here is my the whole like mentor makes you confront the harsh reality of your world, which is like, I can't tell you about every color conflict. Like, I'm telling you these patterns and things that can happen, but like, this is the part where I'm handing it over to you and going, hey, like, from now on, I want to make you think more about like why these things are happening. Right, here's some examples of like me finding patterns of like bad chaining decisions. Now it's important that you keep an eye out for this too, because your chain, it's not just, oh, my chain doesn't work, but it's like, why doesn't my chain work? It's because like because of such and such. It depends on your situation, of course, but like, it's seeking the answer to like why doesn't my chain work is one of the most important like learning skills in this game in general. But like, yeah, in this game it's like you need to seek those patterns out yourself, because that's how you become like a player who becomes fluent in their chaining. Like, the reason why I don't color conflict much nowadays is because I just know so many that I can go, oh, that thing looks weird or bad, like I'm going to avoid building that in the first place so that I don't create color conflicts.
If only it was that simple all the time.
Yeah, I know, that's why I still cut my chain sometimes. But that's right, Freshwater, I'm still learning things too. So I just want to like, it's the whole like passing on like how to learn in the first place. Otherwise the knowledge you have is too like how do you call it? Rigid. Yeah, you want it to be more flexible than that. Okay. Okay, we're back, part 2. Welcome back, Ferox.
Hey, Parax.
Oops, leader's a thing now? Oh yeah, it's been around for like a couple weeks, I think. It's a bit like goofy. Another popularity contest on Twitch. The usuals, right?
Yeah.
As you learn more ways to construct things, you'll while I'll do my best to cover common examples in these tutorials, it's going to start becoming impossible to cover every single situation. It's also going to become impossible to stick to rigid rules all the time. Simulation. So it's not. Yeah, that's it. It's not sponsor. And to you. Shoot. Not only play the game. Just building. That's a question. Why I think it's not enough. Lack of explanations. And to test these ideas. Chester's grandma, yes. Can't believe you're a Chrome user? Rude. I just work with what was given to me. Source fork of Water Fox or whatever the trend is. Oh, Water Fox. Smiles. That sounds cool. If you were really based in Epic Ferox, you tell me all about your setup. Earth Fox, Air Fox. Oh yeah. I see what you're getting at. This is just like Pokemon. Let's see here. Also came up with the new for and exposed groups of 3 Puyos instead of hanging, and when you have the same Columbus, setting them, make sure that the middle it does sandwich. In certain situations, and while I do this cover common examples of these stories, going to just something else. It's just huge rules and tension things around machines. Passing to another play game impact. Bye. I see you. It's not such rules. Maybe something you can keep. Yes, this is essentially what the draft for the script of the video is going to be. So I want to be like explaining all of this, verbalizing it. Have I been posting the documents? I feel like it was something that I wanted to do because then people could have the script and like the things like just like readily available. If they are not up, then I will see about including them in like a description, because I think that was the plan, but I forget if I actually ended up doing that yet, because I didn't like ever go back and clean up the documents. The final version of the documents is with all the like video editing instructions for Void, which is a bit funny, but even then maybe those raw documents would be fine too. They include some funny instructions. Hello friend, what's up?
Mom came in and she's like, okay, can you sort your clothes out that she put in one pile? And I'm like, I had you sorted before you came in and ruined everything.
That's so sad. Blair.
You could have told me any time, all day.
Yeah.
like send me a text message if you're so swamped sitting at your desk.
Of course. Is that all I wanted to say when it comes to... the feel that you can rotate using 1, 2, 3 isn't actually really bad though. You have if those group A3 means you can trigger your chain from that group as an as mix up. Let's do a comment. If that's better. Sorry friends, I was laughing again. I should probably say something if I'm about to just like type quietly for a little bit.
You're gonna babble.
Just so I don't worry you guys. We're almost there. From here, I've just got to finish the sentence and then write the outro, and then I think my first draft of the script is done.
That's so scary. Like, that's... Yep.
that's it. Like, I wonder how much
Wow.
work we put in together. Like, I think from here.
I mean, it's only been like 3 hours. That's pretty efficiency gaming.
Yeah, 864 words. Whoopee.
Nice.
I'll have to see how this
Isn't
compares
it
to like
so
the
much
tutorials.
fun to
Mhm.
like do things for fun?
It's a good time. It's like, oh yes, useful things, but also like it's been really enjoyable. I also can't roar. Who said I can't roar? What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I never said I can't. Yes, that's true.
Oh.
And, oh, why did I control W at accident? I was trying to control S it. Oh my gosh. Jeez. Okay. That was a bit telling me to like finish the stream up or something. Oh my gosh.
Lol.
That's so goofy. Okay, go here, please. We've just got a little bit more. Hang tight. Come on, document. Don't blow yourself up too early. What's about a silly book against other people can blob? Exactly. Exactly. Actually, with all that said and done, we've made it to the end of this tutorial. Objective for you now is to
This song is so good.
it is. Now is to work hard at becoming fluent in creating a full first floor of sandwich. That means being able to consistently create 6 chains of it. In order to achieve this, you need to get good at weaving between all of the different forms of sandwich that we talked about in this tutorial. It'll take some time. But links would be worth. Go to 19 chain with sandwich smile? Yeah, of course, right? So easy. How do I close off the other videos? Did I reference any what the next tutorial is about, or did I just like go? Yeah, just see you in the next video. Maybe not headaches again. I was just like, it's the sort of thing where it's like, I'll edit this later with better word usage. Because otherwise I'm just going to sit there forever with every single sentence trying to perfect them, you know? But if you could think of a better, where's that all the confusion? Along the way.
Oh yeah.
Cube.
Meow 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 meow. Do 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 meow meow.
More constructive? Okay, sounds good. Weaving's a good word. Thanks. Even consistency. Yes. Yeah, I liked. No development as a player. Walk around all sorts of situations. We'll be learning how to boom. Below words so you know what you mean. Oh yes, exactly. Achieving consistency at this will highlight your development as a player who can work around all sorts of RNG situations. So keep at it, and I'll see you all in the next video where we'll be learning to... Am I reading this right? Build 12 chains. Who came up with this? Heck yeah.
You did. What?
Yeah, that's the funny thing.
Oh, I see. It's meant to be like a...
It's humorous.
Wow. Dude, that's meta, actually. Hold on.
Me,
I never thought about it that way.
Some
That's so
kind of Undertale.
Kirby.
Huh?
Because Meta Knight?
Oh. Maybe it could be tennis. No. We're building 12 chains. When you get to past 6, you are going to be able to build a 12 chain. Yeah. That's the plan.
That's so scary. How are you going to manage that? Wait, oh, it's
You're
teaching second floor, isn't it?
You're going to manage that because yes, because you're going to be graduating from the beginner level.
Oh,
that's right.
Whoa.
You know how I was like crazy JP players who say beginner level is up to 10 chains? Nah.
I am the JP player.
Well, actually, I guess I am kind of right. I think the idea is that you consistently make 10 chains, but it's more around like your cap would be like 12. Because of this. So, yeah. That's so exciting! Yeah, because that's it. That's basic mechanics and chaining fundamentals. Stairs, sandwich, transitions, and putting them together. They think
that's
that?
So
no, it was just like this one guide that I read, which I think a lot of players do agree with. I shouldn't like generalize too much or stereotype them about like, oh, the whole mindset of JP community is so elitist. It's not true. But it's like the fact that they're meta... Not their meta, but like their community has evolved so much that like that is considered sort of like lower level now. Because yeah, like again, I think I want to prove that for the Western community that like we can chain really high, with some effort, not like little effort, but like you put some effort into the game and you can just like build 12 chains. It requires just 3 core things, right? Stairs, transition, sandwich. Plus everything you learn along the way. But yeah, once you understand those fundamentals, you can do that. It's I guess I'm trying to like lessen the blow that people take when they're like, oh my gosh, like I'm never going to be able to like chain that high, it's crazy. And it's like, well, actually, you can.
You think about it.
And it's because it's like basically like the difficulty of Puyo like feels like it gets really steep as you go up. And this is just trying to like, it's still going to be steep, but it's because like that's the nature of the game. But hopefully this will, I don't know, as I said, like sort of pad it a bit more, make it a bit gentler of a climb. Yeah.
Oh, pistachios are so good, but I actually think like, I don't know, why are they so difficult?
Huh? Slideshows?
Just in general. Oh, pistachios.
A pistachio. Yeah, true.
But then I was at Costco like ages ago, and they have like pre-opened pistachios, and I'm like, that sounds awesome, but like, where's all the fun? I'm just eating for the sake of eating.
Yes, that's right. No, it's part of the experience.
I need my sense of adventure and like struggle.
Yes, it's true.
My poor fingers.
Is there an advanced player gap here? What do you mean by that? As in the Western community or in the tutorials? Or do you mean like between the Western community and the JP community? I guess like, yeah, what direction is that question in? Here? Okay. So advanced player gap as in like a gap between like top players and sort of like advanced intermediate. Oh yeah, okay. So I feel like that's sort of leaning back on what we were talking about earlier, along with like Recula, around the fact that like the top players sort of dominate in their own space. Like, I guess for the JP community equivalent like language, it's like we have like an S class here of like 6-ish players who are just like sitting at the top, and then the gap to getting there is really high. Because there's a lot of like high-level players, but they don't really stand a chance against us, or even going from like mid to like advanced, it feels as though there's quite a gap, because yeah, there's just like not as much activity in the community as we'd like, and it's getting better, but until we get more players, not just more players playing the game, but more players like consistently playing the game, it's going to be hard for more people to push up to expert level, because yeah, it takes a lot of training. I'd say so. And I guess if you think about it in terms of like my tutorial structure, to be honest, going from intermediate to expert means being able to be very flexible. Like, I'd say, yeah, this is sort of where the top Western players are at. And even then, like, I'm not fully fleshed out on all of these. This is a lot of things that I'm still learning, which is why it's good that they're later on making these tutorials. But a lot of players who are not at the top, even some top players don't have a full grasp. Top players in the Western community don't have a full grasp of all of these yet. But yeah, like, I think a lot of people are stuck around here. And they keep thinking that they need to learn the expert things, like being able to do mid-game, when it's like, no, if you strengthen your fundamentals, which is like what the intermediate is meant to be, right? Advanced chaining concept and improving your mechanics. Like, if you can do that first, then you'll have a much better time going into mid-game and learning how to like dismantle your chains and set up like side attacks and stuff like that. Like, that's really difficult to do when you can't chain confidently, which is essentially what intermediate's doing. Right, because you can build 12 chains, now let's learn how to build them in different ways and adapt and include different shapes and do tailing and like all those crazy things that people say are like foundational to like becoming an expert player. Which yeah, they are the foundation to breaking into expert, I think. It's really important. and that's part of the player gap. It's because it's also like a lack of resources around these like middle things that makes it difficult for people to advance. Because a lot of us at the like S class are here because we've just like done grinding for like years and years and played with each other and discussed within our little like circle of expert players, and so there's not enough information out there to like help people graduate without again putting in those like hundreds of hours like aimlessly trying different things, which again it's important, but like resources mean that you get to like do less of it by yourself. You get a bit of a boost to your thoughts because you come up with something and you go, oh wait, this is something that's already been covered, and you go from there. Just it becomes like an accompaniment or something like that. Like it sits alongside you and helps you climb more easily. Oh, it's like what I was saying before, like it pads the climb a little bit so that it's not as steep to get good at these things before you jump into mid-game. Ceiling's hard until it's not? Oh, don't worry, it never gets easy. I build like nice tails, but they're suddenly not complex tails. They're still like, because they don't need to be most of the time. Like you don't have to get good at like really complex tails. It's sort of like a for funsies thing. That becomes more like style based, whether you do that or not. But is it easy? I don't know about that one. Don't know about easy. Thanks for saying that. Anytime. Happy to deliver the truths around our reality. Okay, well, I think... Oh yeah, that's right. I was going to compare it to like how long the initial drafts of other stuff was. 11 pages, 2205. 11 pages, 2533. Okay, so like a bit longer. About this one.
This is so good.
It is 5 pages, 1650. Oh my gosh. These get longer and longer every time. Void is like crying, shaking and crying.
Void's crying because we're gonna have like really good resources with which to train newcomers.
50. Oh jeez. Yeah, these get really long. Honestly. Oh, you'd think the transition tutorial isn't going to be that long because it's like it's just like 2 links again, but again it's like a really hard thing too, so it's fair. And sandwich like gets really complex because there's so many different ways to do it. Like stairs is just stairs, right? And the sandwich is like, oh, here I do like a bunch of go between the different shapes and things. It's kind of crazy. Yeah. I'm thinking that like tutorial 6 shouldn't be that long, actually. Because it's just like applying what we already know. It's just chucking everything together. Like there's nothing new in this tutorial, which is crazy to think. Yeah, the summary of it is pretty short. That's exciting. Yeah. Okay, yeah, this was just like a really long tutorial. You think the first tutorial is really long, but like a lot of these stop points really are just like they only need to be 1 sentence. Because it's very basics, whereas these are like, it's one dot point, but like it takes a lot to explain what that means. I think that's where the differences between these become apparent. But I think this will be not too bad. Okay. I'm hoping they don't get too long also for the sake of like the viewer, just because people will turn away from like longer tutorials, right? And the idea is that like they're meant to be watched in parts anyway, or like maybe it's one of those things where like you read through it it's like TGM.tips where you read through it once and then like you keep coming back to like certain parts of it to like get better. But there are certain points in the video where specifically I'm like, please go and try building this now, because then that's how they naturally learn about color conflicts and where things will cut and where things are difficult and why like I do it in the tutorial and go, hey, look, my transition doesn't work because I'm building it last. Huh, that's crazy. You've done this before, right? You know this is really bad. Like, it's that sort of learning is stronger when a player goes out of their way to like try it themselves first and then it gets reinforced, rather than me telling them that and then just being like accepting it as the truth. Like we talked about before, like it's important that players are putting in their own work as well. King, thank you for the follow. Yes, I should get up and stretch. Good idea. Yeah, it's let's see. What was I saying? Oh, I haven't heard this theme in like ages.
I love this one.
It's so good. You did Twitch, saw the article about new streamers you were in and thought your stream looked chill. What article?
Yeah, right.
Question mark? What article?
Also, look, Artfight is like a actual, maybe half-functioning website now for putting up, you know, art. And I can put a border on my things, and it crops the thumbnail. There's a tool to do that. Didn't used to have that. Anyway.
It's crazy. It's beginning to become functional.
Yes. What is this? What is this article?
What is this mystery article?
Right.
Do I want to click on links?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't want to click that either. Is there a way that we can like test the validity of sites
before? If I incognito it,
Wait,
hold on. I'm looking something up.
Is this like a website? I've never heard of this. Streamers Daily. What is this?
Hold
on, I'll pull this on the other. What is this? Sorry, if you're like legitimate person, I apologize, but like we also had suspicious behavior like a few days ago too, and I just like question mark, like what are you?
Okay, apparently it's okay.
It's just like it's a .html page. That's weird, right?
Oh my god.
Huh?
Don't do it.
No?
Dude. Get out of here.
What is it?
My ears.
Oh.
Ow.
Oh, is it like an ear? Yeah?
Yeah, don't do it, don't do it.
Was it some kind of like...
It was fine, and then I'm like, she's not even on this stupid article.
Uh-huh.
And then it like put some really naughty images on my computer.
Oh.
Like on my screen, and then like blasted my ears.
Oh.
Oh my god.
With those videos or images, or was it just like
a lot, everything.
Oh. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Well.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
That checks out. I don't know why this is happening recently. Like recently, we had this guy who was like sounded really AI, I guess.
Yes.
And
I thought so. Yeah,
I was I invited them out of curiosity, but they haven't responded. They haven't like messaged me again since then. So I was like, that was sort of my like test on it, where they, like, okay, you could DM me, but I'm not going to accept the DM until you say anything that's like actually, you know, real. Yeah, it was weird, man. It was weird all the time. Wow, what a time.
That's so funny.
Don't teach me not to click random link when I was 3, thank goodness. Right. Ooh, you were in some random article. It's like, okay. Okay. I'm new to Twitch. That's not what...
Who says that?
Who does that? Well, anyway, we dodged a bullet, friends.
Yeah.
I'm also going to, because it's been a few days, ignore that message request from the guy. Unless they reappear, and then it's like, cool, actually, I guess you exist, but... You've turned down a couple message requests from your own Discord. If you turn these off, you won't receive DMs from people in this server unless you rent. It's okay. Sometimes there are important things, but... It's just like, okay. That's fine. Goodbye. Well, that's alert. It's fine if you're new, but no, you should, yeah, exactly. That's the thing. It's like, oh, like, I saw your tutorial work in the past, and it's like, okay. Although I also just, like, be careful because the title does say tutorial work, so it's sort of like, you can always scrape it and be like, hey, I know you are making Puyo tutorial, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Be wary.
Oh well, it's fine. It's just like, oh, okay. How old do you have to be to post something like that?
Nice.
Something my little brother would do.
That's nasty. Yeah. Anyway.
Oh well.
Thanks for rush order. Okay. Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think we've done it. I guess I might just send it off to the editors now.
You have more than one.
Yeah, there's like a few people who will want to look over this.
Oh.
Just to like offer thought. Well, now that we don't just like have Hambota, I miss you, Hambota.
Oh.
His edit like comments were so good.
Yeah.
My beloved. Anyway, yeah, I'll send it off, and then yeah, on Thursday, if I have some edit things, then I'll stream like the editing. Otherwise, what I'll do is I'll start like making the clips so that I can then flesh out the sections where I like commentate over the build process, right? Because I need actual examples for that. So we'll see. Uncomfortable, but when he came into chat, yeah, I didn't say anything to, because he always acted in good faith, but like...
No, yeah, it's like,
That's strange.
Okay.
I think if I was straight out of 2009, it was that uninspired? Really? Huh. That's funny.
To learn not to give benefit of the doubt sometimes. Yeah, true. And it doesn't hurt, but it's like,
I mean, like, you can give it, but just be like, cautious at the same time. Like, apply your usual, like, defensive internet usage skills.
Yeah.
Dodge links and all that jazz. You guys know what's up. Anyway, enough of that. I think we're done here. So, what we're going to do is transition over into starting Celeste, because that is my next game on the backlog, and I'm really excited for this one because so many people just say it is like peak. So let me go get set up for that. If you're just sticking around for this, thanks for hanging out. I really appreciate you guys being here and offering your thoughts, conversing, or just hanging out, chilling, whatever it was. I hope you enjoyed your time. But yeah, I'll catch you here, I don't know, probably like in the next couple days I will play some Puyo too, so feel free to jump in for that. But for the tutorial work, as I mentioned, it should be Thursday that I get back to it. I'm happy I put in these hours. Yeah, 3 hours. Golly gee. To be fair, that's actually not that many words for 3 hours.
Yeah.
But like, we had a lot of good conversation, which again is like my favorite part of this, to be honest. So, thanks everyone for being awesome. Let me send that off now before I forget. So give me a moment to actually do that as well. So we're in a bit of like an intermission section right now, guys. So hang tight. Maybe even grab something if you don't want to miss the start of Celeste. Get your water or thingies.
Yeah, okay, I'll get a drink.
Ooh. Bam. 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 Let's see who's in this particular channel, because I might not even need to like DM that many people. Let's see, Void might want to look, you know. Okay, I should DM it to Riley. Hold on, let me just send it here. Stop. Okay, it drops when it dropped. My plan is to leave a week for edit suggestions. I'll be starting implementation of edits on Thursday. None come in, I'll be fleshing out the example sections and hopefully finishing off next Monday. For resending for a second round of edits if it feels necessary. Any thoughts? Any other thoughts? Appreciated. Alright, who's here? So that's Rihanna, Dan. I wonder if he checks his channel. Rihanna, Dan. I guess if I don't hear back from them, then I can just like poke them and be like, hey, if you want to offer thoughts, then otherwise no pressure. Okay, so I should do Riley. Who else? Let's see. Boyd, Dan, Reno, Riley, Miku, Rihanna. Who else? Who else? Someone. I think that's good. That's like 6 people who are like potential editors. Guess I'll just check if there's anyone. Anyone else?
Oh.
Right. Yep, okay, I think we're good. At least if people check that channel. Okay, good, good, good. All sorted. Let's go ahead and get the announcement up for starting Celeste. Do I have Steam open yet? No, I do not. Actually, do I even have the game downloaded yet? That's the big question. No. Oops, should have gotten that started earlier. Okay, the download's gone fairly quickly, so while we're getting set up, it is good. Good to go. Let's tag with blind, just to be safe. Alright, perfect. Just as I go to the announcements, ready to go. Well, for those of you here just for Puyo, thanks for hanging out as always, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or night. Love you, and I will see you next time. But if you are sticking around for Celeste, let's jump into it. I'm going to do the usual little stream reset to separate the VOD, and then, yeah, we're going to bowl. Let's do this.